Hello and welcome to another Delta analysis video. Today is Delta Avalugg is a rock and dragon type. I'll put up the stats. It's obviously same stats as regular Avalugg because all deltas have the same stats as the regular forms. Generally, there's like one exception, but okay, not relevant. Same stats as Avalugg. So very physically defensive, decent physical attack, slow, especially frail, and okay to good HP stat. Dragon and rock means you have many weaknesses. Steel, fighting, dragon, fairy, ground, ice. Is that it? I have them here. Fighting, ground, steel, ice, dragon, fairy. Many weaknesses. But physically, you're a wall, and honestly, this is still better than the ice type, to be honest, because you actually resist like 5 types instead of 1. So, Delta Avalugg, what are its abilities? And its abilities are pretty much the best thing about it. Solid Rock, Battle Armor, and Sandstream. Solid Rock means super effective moves are weakened. Battle Armor means you cannot get crit, and Sandstream sets up Sandstorm, which is very good. And you'll see that these are, at least two of them are definitely usable on sets. So I'll go over some random moves that, like random tech it gets priority. Dragon move Draco Jet, base 40 power, was added by Insurgence. Gets screens, rapid spin to remove hazards, rock polish to boost its speed. Even though it's slow, it can still boost its speed if it wants to, and it doesn't. It makes it relatively fast actually. Gets Slack Off for recovery and Spikes and Stealth Rock for hazard stack, which make this thing a very good utility Pokemon, especially with Sandstream being able to boost up your Excadrills and your, I don't know, there's nothing really, isn't really anything else. Your Excadrill, like Lycanroc Day, Sandslash, but like it's like a good alternative to Gigalith and Tyranitar and Hippowdon. And also, even though it has terrible SPDEF, Sand does mean it has a 1.5 times boost in its SPDEF, making it a decent special wall as well. So yeah, it's definitely a very good support Sandsetter that also gets Spikes and Stealth Rocks and Rapid Spin, which the other Sandsetters lack. So going to the first set is the Sand Stacker. Sandstream, Smooth Rock, 8 turns of Sand. I just put max HP. You can invest in defense, but that depends on what you need. Slack Off for recovery. Stealth Rock / Spikes, you're gonna run like no recovery too if you want, if you prefer Stealth Rock / Spikes. Like I like Slack Off, I like recovery if possible, so I like Slack Off and I put it on most defensive sets by default. Stealth Rock / Spikes, whichever one you prefer, or both if you want to remove another move. Rapid Spin and Rock Slide, and potentially Earthquake over Rapid Spin if you need the coverage or whatever, or you already have another hazard remover. You can always run Earthquake over Rapid Spin to give yourself Edgequake coverage. You can also run Stone Edge over Rock Slide if you prefer the damage output in exchange for less accuracy. But in general, this is just sets up Sand for your Sand Sweepers, enables them to do whatever the hell they want. And yeah, that's pretty much what this thing does best in my opinion. Then another set is relatively similar, but it's not based on its set. Like I put Solid Rock, but in general I didn't really pay attention to its ability. You can still run Sand Stream, it boosts the def, it's not bad. Solid Rock is also not bad. Leftovers, because it's not here for the Sand Stream. Slack Off, Rapid Spin, and I just put on some random moves that, like, this was actually supposed to be the third moveset, but I messed I messed around a bit with OBS, and now this is the second set. So this is a bit more that its utility, like Roar, Pivot, Fire Blast, Toxic, like you can really run whatever. I just wanted to show some of these moves are literally here just because I want to show off that it does get those moves, like Fire Blast, like Gyro Ball and Avalanche and Body Slam. Like you can obviously run Stone Edge and Rock Slide over them, but it also gets these moves and they don't really work on the more offensive set, as you will see. So going to the more offensive set, it is a Rock Polish set with Solid Rock Weakness Policy. Solid Rock and Weakness Policy work together very well because Weakness Policy triggers on super effective hits, and Rock Policy means you take less damage from those hits, so you'll be more likely to live those super effective hits and be able to get the boost. With max speed, you actually hit at +2 340 speed, which is enough to outspeed, like, I think like Garchomp or something. I think that outspeed base 105 non-scarfed. I think that's the speed it hits, which is for base 28 speed, 29, 28, one of the two. It's actually really impressive. It's that speed tier, so it's not unviable. A Rock Polish Weakness Policy set. Although it's a bit slow, it's definitely not unviable. Then you run Rock Polish, obviously, and then Stone Edge, Rock Slide, Rock Blast, whatever you want, Outrage, Dragon Claw. Like, you can play with the moves, whatever you need in the matchup. I just put a lot of offensive coverage it gets. Like, obviously I couldn't really put Gyro Ball here because it's gonna be way too fast to use with Gyro Ball, but in general it's slow, so could you use Gyro Ball on a more defensive set. Like, it gets Earthquake, Aqua Tail, Crunch, Iron Head for Fairy, Shadow Glove for Psychic types and Ghost types, Superpower for bulky, normal types, Ice, not really Ice types die, Superpower, what else, Dark types, Zen Headbutt for bulky poisons or fighting types. So it definitely gets coverage, it gets some good coverage, and it can, like, this set is definitely not gonna be the main set. The main set is definitely either utility or sand setting, but this can work as like a niche offensive threat your opponent won't expect, and that alone makes it decent enough for me to talk about it. And it's not bad. Like, it's not great, but it's not terrible, and that's like, I would like, I don't know what to say. Like, it's okay. Like, Avalugg in general, good sand setter. Is it better than Gigalith? In my opinion, this thing is better than Gigalith because it gets Rapid Spin and because it gets Spikes and Slack Off. Like, that, those three moves make it for me better than Gigalith. But it's like, you can argue if Gigalith is better because Gigalith is slightly stronger, a bit more specially defensive, I think. But I don't know Gigalith's stats from the top of my head because I did not research Gigalith. I researched Delta Avalugg. Is it better than Tyranitar? Probably not. Better than Hippowdon? Not quite, in my opinion, but it's definitely a good niche, somewhat budget sand setter, and I'm all for that, to be honest. So that's Delta Avalugg. Good Fizz Devmon, Utility Mon, and tomorrow is, I think, Delta Scizor, which is a very cool Mon, which it's gonna be slightly different than usual because Delta Scizor has some things going on that the most Mons don't have going on. But I see you all then.